Yo guys, welcome back to my channel. So I think from the last video, I was in Dubai. Now I am not, which is very sad. Oh! I know. No battery. So yeah, I'm not in Dubai anymore. Super sad. There's a new thing, a new announcement that I'd like to make on my next video, but for now, I had another video planned, but for like legality reasons or legal reasons, I don't know how you say it, I could not do it, so, which is the tea, or as I like to say, the coffee. That's like an ASMR, lol. But yeah, also I'm still sick. I don't know if I said that in my last video, but I'm just gonna do a shot of Lemsip because I'm... Whoa! Let's get hot! Yeah, wow, the lighting changes also. That's the most common thing I say in my videos, I've noticed. After rewatching them, because I'm sad and I like rewatching my videos. So basically, I say that a lot. But yeah, for certain reasons, I could not post a video that I've been editing, and I videoed on the way back from England, which is fine because I have more content that I want to post, different content, which will be this video. And I would like to say that I'm doing a journey in the life of someone who has suffered from acne, and it's an overall skincare post-recovery. Even though it's been a few years now, I still make sure that my skin is like my one priority, like as well as like inside, because everything matters around like skin. It's inside and it's outside, like how you do both. So I think it's really important to do a video because I just want to show my journey, if that makes sense, and how I've grown since my acne days, which have been a few years, but I still get breakouts. I still have a breakout every so often, like every so often, I mean every day. That's a tea. So yeah, I just want to showcase what I went through. So it's like a kind of like a journey. I've already posted on social media about this on like my Instagram stories, but I haven't posted about it on YouTube, and I think it's a really important topic to talk about. And I think nowadays it's so important to do like an unfiltered video. I've seen a lot of YouTubers, a lot of influencers do it, about just showcasing the real you and themselves, like the real selves. And I just want to showcase, even though my skin looks okay now, if you get a bit closer and like in certain sunlights, I don't know if you can see, I've changed light, wow. It's just not as good as I want it to be, like, but no one's perfect. So I think it's just about accepting it, if that makes sense. I still have bad skin. I have so many acne scars that I'm so self-conscious about, but I've come to love them. They're part of my face. I have had some facials, which I'll do a whole expose on them and like introductory to them, and skincare as well. So this whole video is just like, oh, it's gonna be a long one, so this is a long ride. But I just want to showcase what I went through, how I have dealt with it, and how like mentally and physically, and like my regime. And yeah, even though, like I said before, I don't exactly still suffer from acne, like knock on wood, like it could come back, you never know. But I'll just say what I went on, what I did to fix it, and where I am now with it. I am in workout gear because I'm currently about to go for a run, which I need to do to clear my head by being in air and like nature, because it's such a nice walk slash run that I do through like the woods near me in England. And yeah, I'm just having my coffee while I try hype up, and I was thinking that after my run, my skin is always so like vivid because it's just been like in the cold, or like, and I've been heating up, and like I've been running, so it just always looks worse. So I want to show you guys like when my skin looks worst, just to be like the unfiltered me that I've always wanted to showcase to my followers. And like I've always been true to myself and never hid it. I tried to hide it with like filters, but it always shows through it anyway. But I'm gonna do a film like of what I do after I do a run, because that's where like I said before, like my skin just looks the worst, and what I do then, and then I'll go from there and talk about my journey, and maybe add some images when my acne was really bad, which is gonna be brutal, but I already shared them on social media, and I've got a beautiful response of people that have supported me through everything. Like, thank God for family and friends. But yeah, I just wanted to pop on here and just explain for 5 minutes. Wow. Yeah, so let's go on this journey today. Okay, guys. I'm back just to talk about my journey. So I basically had cystic acne, can't even say it, for so long. It started in sixth form, and that's when most of it just was the worst period of my life, because it came so fast and out of nowhere. I think it was hormonal with me, because whatever food I tried, it just didn't go, if that makes sense, and I was so confused and was wondering why it wouldn't go. And then I went to the doctor, and to the skin doctor literally every day. Like, we became friends, I'm not even joking. The dermatologist, and this was all in Dubai, so I was literally so, like, sixth form was supposed to be the place when you were like growing up and making friends, going out, going not clubbing, like going out, and just it was a big part of people's lives, I think, anyway, and such a fundamental aspect of growing up. And that period was one of the worst in my life, and also the best, because of my acne, because it was just so bad. I was so self-conscious all the time. It affected me during my studies, because I didn't want to go to school. Yeah, I just didn't want to go to school at all, because obviously of what I looked like, which is horrible, and there was nothing I could do about it, or anyone else could do about it, except for like trying medications which weren't working, or they worked temporarily, and then tried so many different skincares. I would literally order everyone under the sun, all the top recommended ones on YouTube, like by influencers, and even by clinical doctors, like dermatologists, what they would prescribe online. And it was just such a long journey for me, and I don't think anyone truly understood, except for my mum and like people closest to me, how much it affected my daily life. And so I decided to, I'm just gonna do this, whoa, what's that? So I just decided to I'm gonna start again. So I just decided to make sure that I was gonna be fixed, and I decided to go on the strongest medicine there is out there, Roaccutane, or Accutane, I think it's different in certain countries. And I'm no medical expert, by the way, so whatever I'm saying, everyone's has their own journey and how they want to deal with acne, but this is how I did, and I dealt with it. So basically, I went on Roaccutane for, I think, 6 months, and this was the end of sixth form, so going into the summer period. It's super hot, and obviously people who have been on Roaccutane know that you can't be in exposed sun for long periods of time. So being in Dubai was a problem, and I'd always forget sunscreen, which was always a big problem for me, because obviously I just went red all the time, which wasn't very good for social situations. And they'll showcase some photos where in social situations I'll just be so self-conscious about the way I looked, the redness, the acne, and just everything about my skin, basically. And most of it was on my face. I didn't really get any body at that time. And I only really do get it on my face nowadays, like, touch wood, whatever goes on. But yeah, so at that period I was so low, but after I was on Roaccutane, it cleared up. Obviously, it was such a long journey for me. It was like 6 months. I was so self-conscious still, but every day was getting better. But then after that, I still had loads of acne scars, which I'm still self-conscious about, and I'm trying to do something about them, but I've learned to love them and just work with them, if that makes sense. It's about, like, knowing your angles in photos, and makeup has been a blessing in disguise. Like, it's just so when I feel self-conscious, and when I did feel most self-conscious, that's how I got into makeup, was my acne. Because I would try cover up for social events and for school, like very like concealer, but I was using the wrong concealer, the wrong makeup at the time, so it just made it look worse, and I don't think it helped. But now I know the right makeup, and it's taken a long time. And in previous video, my first one, Get to Know Me, I've showcased some ones that work for my skin, like makeup wise, what brands work for acne prone skin for me. Because my skin is still oily sometimes, it's still dry, so I just need the perfect, and that's what I invest in, is skincare, and I invest in makeup. Anything that goes on my face, I just make sure is the best quality, so that means like paying extra, whatever, I don't mind. That's one investment that I do put a lot into. And I just make sure it's organic, sustainable, like all those, or try to be anyway. So whatever I'm putting on my skin is the best quality and sustainable. Not all, obviously, because it's really hard, but a lot of companies are making sure that it's sustainable nowadays. But for now, I'm just making sure that my skin is just my, nowadays especially, so it doesn't come back, is the best quality, like the stuff I'm putting on it. That's why I've been using really expensive brands, so like Chanel, Tarte, like those kind of league makeup and skincare. But I need to go show you guys. That's when, like I said before, this is probably after that I've gone for a run, and I'm gonna do like a taking off my makeup. I do have a little bit on, like concealer and eyebrows, what I use for that, and an everyday cleanser I use. But yeah, so my acne journey is still ongoing, even though I still have scars and breakouts occasionally. Almost like every day I would get a spot, but like not as bad as it was, like touch wood. I'm so superstitious when it comes to that, so I'm always like touching wood like whenever I say this stuff, because it's literally my worst fear for it to come back. It's been over 5 years since Accutane. Apparently that's like a period of time that you have to be wary of it coming back, and then afterwards it's like it decreases and decreases in the percentage that it would. But obviously I'm a paranoid little person, so I'm always scared that it's gonna come back. But yeah, I'll show you guys what I've done for my skin and what I use after I've done the run, which I need to do now, but it's still got a lot of caffeine left. Yeah.
Torn down, full of aching, somehow our youth would take the blame. Worn out, the way we let it stay. Taught how to celebrate.
Hi guys, so I've literally set up, if you guys could see how I set this up so I can like do it in the bathroom, it's so funny. Show you guys how I like cleanse and stuff. Also look how sweaty I am from the run, and this is where my skin looks like worst. I didn't really go that hard, so I'm not that red. Low-key I get redder in like social situations like then running, but as you can see I don't know at my best. So I'm gonna do a step-by-step guide. So step 1, I'm gonna go in and just wash my hands and like wipe my face with water just so I get the sweat off and some of my makeup off, and then I'll show you guys what steps I do. So now that my water's still got some fresh water on, I'm gonna go in. So this is the new product I've been given by like a friend, and it's like the Charlotte Tilbury Ritual 1 and Ritual 2 cleanse. I don't know if you guys can see. It's like step 1, step 2. And I normally go in when I have like a bit of makeup on, not like a full face, because I feel like this is very good for taking off like small amounts of makeup. I never tried with large amounts, but normally I do like just face cloths for that, with some makeup remover when I have like large amounts of makeup. So I just put it on my temples and just rub it in to make sure. Also my hands I just washed as well with antibacterial wash, because it's crucial that your hands are clean to make sure that no dirt goes on your face. So I just rub that in and just let that settle for a bit. I'm a person that uses their hands when they do like facial stuff, just because you can get into like every nook and cranny, like eyes, and just make sure your hands are clean, and it should be okay. Well, for me anyway, it works. So I'm just gonna wash that off. Excuse, washing that off. And then now that's my, oh, looks clean already. And then I go into step 2, which is the black Ritual 2 purifying charcoal cleanse. The other one was like a makeup remover that's like a citrus oil radiance cleanse. And I just found this like products to be really good for my skin so far. Touch wood, because I'm superstitious. And so I'm just gonna put like a dollop, like that much. Okay, it's not really a dollop. Also, why did I say that word? It sounds like which low-key it looks like, but it's good for your skin, I think. So then I just put that on all over my face. Wow, this is quite pretty. So I just rub that. See, I can't apply it very well, but it's just about just making sure your whole face is cleansed and make sure you get into every nook and cranny. I'm saying weird stuff today, but it's going with the flow. So this looks like I have poo on my face, there, but at least it's hopefully good for the skin. It seemed to work for my skin, and Charlotte Tilbury is incredible for its skincare and its makeup. I use some of her makeup as well. Cover. So yeah, let me wash that off. So now, this is what I've been using. I've kind of gone from cleanser, foam cleanser, from like just average. So there's 2 different types of Cetaphil that I've been using. I don't have it here, but I use this one. The Cetaphil, you can't really see. If you put the brightness down, it's like the foaming cleanser. This is just easier applicating than the other one, which is just liquid. So it looks like that. And so I just put that all over the face, and I feel like you can use a little bit less. So it goes a long way, if that makes sense, this bottle. Because it's all foamed up anyway, which you're supposed to do with the liquid one as well. And just make sure that it's all over your face. Like that. So then then I wipe it. So after I put water on it, I wipe it. Oh. And bearing in mind, I haven't had a shower yet. I always do this pre-shower, just so I can just enjoy the shower with like my body and like washing my body rather than just focusing on my face. So yeah, so it's a good like 5-minute routine that I do after running or when I wake up. Normally not when I wake up, because I don't have makeup on my face when I wake up. So I do the Charlotte Tilbury after like a full day. And I don't do it every day, just because I want to give my skin some like time to just do its own thing, if that makes sense. But yeah, even my skin looks nice now, I think, ish. It's still not amazing, but because you can still see my scarring, but I've learned to love it. So yeah, I'm gonna shower now and then show you guys what I do post-shower. So that was all pre-shower, and yeah. Also, I don't know how to do the hair turban thing. Like, when people do it out of shower, and it just looks so bad. Okay, so now that I'm out the shower, and I look like a baby with my hair, and no eyebrow as well, I'm gonna show you guys that I mostly day to day, I just use the Moisturising Cetaphil. It's the best, and I know people, like a lot of people recover from acne use this, and I've been using it ever since for like 5 years. My dermo recommended it to me, and ever since I've just loved it, like the feel of it and how it is on my skin, and I just make sure that my hands are clean so I can apply this like well, and cleanly and cleansel. I'm not even speaking English. So yeah, I've just put that in all the key areas, because moisturizing is just the best. Like, everyone should moisturize. I think, yeah. And as you can see, I had a breakout around my mouth for some reason, and then I'm just got onto the whole facial oil trend, which is apparently going on right now. It has been for a few years. I've just been late to it and always been too scared to try new products. But this one by MOA, Aphrodite facial oil, it's got rosehip, damask, rose, yarrow, and geranium, which I obviously can't say. But I've been using it sometimes just when I've had a breakout or when I've just wanted to mix up my facial regime. So I just make sure that I put a few drops on the key areas around my face, and then I just use my hands to fill in the gaps. And it smells amazing, and I really recommend it. It's all organic, I think, and I got it from my local shop, and I just love the feel of it on my skin. Apparently it's really good for you. Rosehip for redness and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure. So I've just been using that facial oil. I've tried other ones, but this is the one I gravitate towards after I've tried other ones, because I know my skin quite likes this one, knock on wood. So superstitious, but yeah. So my face looks super oily, but feels really good and smells so good. I swear. So yeah, also a key thing to remember is that I haven't fake tanned, and that's a whole new process. Maybe I'll do a video on fake tanning and how to make sure that you don't get like streaks and stuff. But sometimes if I want to fake tan, I normally do I don't moisturize. I use the Bondi one as a moisturizer, because it moisturizes my face, I find. So I don't want to clog up my pores too much when I fake tan. So I miss out the Cetaphil and I miss out the oil, and just use the Bondi Sands as like an overall moisturizer and fake tanner gradual. So yeah, that's like basically my routine before and after showering. This is what I do most days, but I don't include every step. Every step that I do every day is the Cetaphil cleanser and moisturizer, or try to. Sometimes like nights out you forget for certain reasons, and yeah, and I use certain face masks, which I'll do a review on if this video is popular with people. Yeah, so yeah. Peace out, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. Also, I forgot to add that I sometimes, after Cetaphil, the moisturizing, I use the Farsali. I can't say anything. It's a rose gold mist. I got this for my birthday, and I just like spray a bit on, normally during the day, not at night. So I just did an example of how I do it, but I see that as like a glow and kind of like a makeup rather than skincare, but apparently it's really good for like moisturizing, and I really like it for like a glow look. So, everyone has their own demons in their head and insecurities that people go through, but I think it's important that you understand what makes you feel insecure and how to overcome it, if that makes sense. So obviously mine was a huge insecurity of mine was my skin. I tried to overcome it with medication, and in short term it worked. I still don't know the long term because it's still ongoing, but it affected me socially and it affected me mentally, physically, everything affected me, and that was the main thing I was going through most of sixth form. Like, it enhanced way up like so many more insecurities about who I was growing up, and just understanding who I was at a period where I didn't feel like myself because of my acne. So it was just, this is like really hard to say on camera, but I think it's good to share a story, especially with like mental health awareness day that was a few weeks ago, like a week ago I think. So I think it's just to speak up about it and just share your journey, and people will listen. Like, my main focus when I was on this journey was looking at other people and their journeys after. Like, so I watched so many vlogs on Roaccutane, and it actually saved me, like, watching them, and it helped to know that other people are in the same position. So I know it sounds so cringe, but it is like, it isn't even cringe, because I think it just, to put your story out there and just lay all your insecurities out for people to see and know that you're not alone, I think that's so important, and just to understand how to work around them, because everyone has their own demons, like I said, and everyone's fighting their own battle. So cringe to say that, but everyone is, and you never know someone's like real story, like why they're acting in a certain way. So maybe when I was like going through that period and I was acting like grumpy, it was because of that. And there was like, you can link it to people's what they're going through and how they act with others, and I totally saw a difference in me from then to now, like in maturity and confidence. Especially all my friends and family have said that I've become more confident since that period of time that wasn't very confident and I wasn't very happy, but that's, I'm just happy that I'm obviously over it, but I'm obviously still get sad sometimes, but it's over different stuff, which is only like normal for people to go through. So yeah, I just wanted to pop onto this. It's such a deep story compared to my other funny vlogs that I've done, but I just wanted to do it, especially for Mental Health Awareness Week. And I'm not sure if it's a week, but yeah, it was definitely Mental Health Awareness Day a few days ago, so it's perfect timing just to open up to people and my followers, obviously, and yeah, I just wanted to do this, and it's putting my heart on my sleeve. But yeah, I hope you guys have not enjoyed, I think that's the right word. You guys have understood my journey, and hope that I've helped someone maybe in some way opening up. But if not, it's good for me to open up to people. Whatever the consequence, there's no consequences. Just it's better to put it all out on a table, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, I sound so bad, but yeah, if anyone needs any help, I'm always open to comments, and I'll respond to whatever queries people have about their acne journey. I have talked to a few people about it in the past, and they've been super happy with what I've responded, and they've said it helped them. So I'm always here for any guidance, like mentally, physically, whatever. Yeah, so it's George Theory 3 here. I'm no doctor, so whatever I've said, don't take all completely to heart. That's just my journey. So everyone's different, everyone's skin is different, therein, and yeah, that's pretty much that was silence. So yeah, George Theory 3 here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, or took something from it, and hope you guys have a lovely day. Yeah, wow, that was cringe.